Hey everybody, this is Craig Cottle, the Director of Nature Reliance School, and come with you today for a simple survival tip to help you maintain your core body temperature in a wilderness setting. Alright, so here's the gist of everything. And if you hear somebody or something walking around in the background, that's Cedar the survival dog, so don't mind that. It's not somebody sneaking up on me. But what we've got here is that we want to make sure that we take advantage of the sun. The sun rises in the east, sets in the west, and primarily for those of us in the northern hemisphere, it moves across our southern sky, okay? Meaning that wherever the southern direction is, that's where you're going to get most of the sun. Therefore, a southern facing hillside is going to have more sun on it. Now, I go into great detail on this when I discuss this in natural navigation. So check out that series. I got a 3-part series on natural navigation. So I'll talk about the sun and how it affects the vegetation out here to help you determine direction. So that'll help you a lot. However, an easier method is just have a compass. And so I always have a compass with me wherever I go, even if it's just a simple button compass, so that I know where the sun rises and where it sets and where the southern sky is. So the reason I say this is because there is a huge difference between, and you can watch this, when I stand in the shadow here and I'm covered in the shadow, you can literally feel that on your face compared to when you're standing in pure sunlight. So what I did is I bought a couple of really cheap small thermometers at a big box store, and I've laid one in a shadowed area at my house, and I laid one right in direct sunlight. And what we have seen, and I did that right at my house so that we could have the ability to just go back and check on, make sure that we get good data on what we're looking at, okay? So what we're seeing is anywhere between a 12 to 15 degree swing based upon the thermometer that is inside of the shadow and one that is in direct sunlight. And that will affect you as well. What I mean by that is that if I'm going to set up my shelter and I know where the southern sky is, for example, like right now, I have set up the camera such that the sun is on my face, right? So you guys are seeing sun on my face, which means the sun is that direction. That's the southern sky, okay? And my compass verifies that for me. Now, with that said, if I'm going to find myself in a situation where I have to survive, I want to maintain my core body temperature. That's one of the main things that I can do. So even me standing here as I'm doing this video, what I'm seeing is that, or what I'm feeling is that I'm warming up. And as soon as I step into this shadow, I can feel even the temperature of the clothes that I have on start to decrease. So if you're in a survival situation, do what you can to set your survival shelter up so that it's facing the southern sky. And if you're getting cold, then do everything you can to get in the sunlight. This was heightened extremely well in our most recent advanced survival class at Nature Reliance School. We had about 3 days of rain, and on the last day before everybody left, we had about 2 hours of sunlight. And so you could immediately see our advanced survival students gravitating to getting in the sun. We had been doing stuff when we were cold and we were wet. Some of us were hungry, and we had survived for a weekend under very limited supply conditions. And so we were taking advantage of the sun to increase our core body temp. It's really simple, but it's a fantastic use of what is around you to help maintain your core body temperature rather than having to carry a whole large amount of supplies to maintain your core body temperature. Again, that doesn't mean you don't carry those things. It's just that I would rather you utilize what's around you free than you have to buy gear, and it's best for you to use your natural surroundings. So with that said, glad you joined us. Come on, join in. Let's learn together.